I hereby call this meeting to order. So I've been teased many times of how loud I make this. It's so fun. This is my last time. I might do it again. Just for fun, you know? Thank you for today for coming, everyone. You've taken your time out. Thank you, Beverly. She's going to keep me on track, too. So thank you very much for coming. You've taken your time out to come here to our annual meeting, and it's so important to find out what we're all doing in our GAR meetings, our SWMLS meetings, because I know before I did a lot of volunteering, I didn't know really what was going on. And, you know, I kind of stayed busy, and I didn't work, you just do real estate, but it's really nice to know what's happening out there and what is our boards doing and all our volunteers. So 2022 has been another incredible year for SWMLS. The accomplishments achieved were the results of teamwork from committees, the SWMLS Board of Directors, our EC, the staff, and most important, our memberships. Nearly every change that a committee sends to the Board of Directors for approval begins with feedback from our members. So please continue to reach out and help guide the future of MLS, our MLS. We are totally blessed to have Richard Gibbons as our MLS director, and I want to thank him heavily. I'm not sure if I could have made it through this year. He is always looking forward into the future to bring us information to make our MLS one of the best in the country. Just some of the accomplishments we've had this year. We've launched Forewarn that we talked about. We're also changing the showing realtor safety fields, and this is a pilot from NAR, and that I think Kathy COVID got us brought to us. So we're really excited about that. It will be like, are the lights on, or the electricity, especially now when it gets dark so early, we need to know, is there power at that house, and is it safe to go into it? We accomplished reviewing our rules and regulations and our bylaws that we'll be voting on. That was a lot of work. I had an awesome committee that helped me with that. It was Kathy COVID, Mary Kay Gutierrez, and myself. And it's many, many hours, but it was really worth it because it's been a long time coming. We now have a photo minimum, required document rules, changes into the solar fields, hearing process for our members, and changes to the land properties in the MLS. Next year, we will launch Rental Beast in the first quarter. This program will help our members serve our consumers that are looking for rentals or they want to rent their house. It will help us a lot. Richard has put out 34 videos on training. We've had 11,500 people view those videos. So thank you. As our industry continues to change in a rapid pace, we must continue to evolve with technology and the position as our leaders within the industry. SWMLS is continuing to play a big role in the national stage of CMLS, RESO, and NAR to help guide our MLS industry decisions rather than simply allowing change to happen to us. We need to be part of the change. I want to personally thank each one of you on the GAR and SWMLS board. I've had many questions for Bridget, a couple drinks, trying to figure out what we're gonna do. We're having one after this. This GAR and SWMLS staff, it's just amazing what they do for us. We're volunteers, but I don't know if we could do it all if we didn't have them, because they take over and do a lot of stuff that we need to get done. Richard Gibbons, again, thank you very much. And it's and mostly the members, because this is why we do it. I'm a member, You guys are members. We all work together. We want to be a big team. I would also like to thank my office. And they're right over here. My office manager, Paul, has helped me so much being at meetings. I've traveled quite a bit for Southwest MLS this year, and he's always there for me. But my team and my office, my agents, they're just awesome. So thank you very much. I appreciate it. I would also like to thank the EC. So it is Kathy Covid, Tigo, and Sherry. They've been awesome. Now, Kathy Coven she's got many calls from me this year saying, what do I do? How do I do this? I don't even know how to do it. So thank you, Kathy. You've been there for me. I really do appreciate it. Thank you. And Tigo is going to be awesome. If you ever seen one of his spreadsheets, he's a techie guy. So he's going to be fantastic as your president. So I'm so excited for all of us. And then my last is I'd just like to thank my husband. He's not here, of course, because he doesn't do these things anymore. I've been doing real estate 37 years, and he's like, I'm done. But there's many days that he said, I would pack my suitcase, and he'd say, well, will I see you this week or next week or when? So I really do appreciate what he's done for me and been by my side the entire time. And he's had to make frozen pot pies for himself. And yeah, many days gone from home. But that was good. And the people I met traveling, it was just amazing, the ideas we could get from other MLSs. So thank you. Thank you very much. Okay. I am honored and privileged to serve as your 2022 Southwest MLS. It was scary to start, but I've been very honored and very blessed. So thank you all very much. A copy of the 2021 annual meeting minutes, I'm going to get that down, is on your table or available on the QR code if you guys want to look for that. Do I have a motion for approval? Do I have a second? Is there any discussion? All in favor say aye. Opposed? Abstentions? The motion approves the 2021 minutes passes. Thank you, guys. I would also like to ask any past presidents of Southwest MLS to stand and be recognized. A huge thank you for each of you for providing the leadership and guidance to help us grow into the amazing, thriving organization we have today. Each Southwest MLS volunteer contributes to their time and talent to the success of our mission. I am so grateful to have each person who has served this year, and it is a pleasure to recognize them and thank them for the following being dedicated to the Southwest MLS. Can you please stand? Volunteer committees. I have none? I know I do. I'm sorry. I probably goofed that message up. I know I have some. Thank you. Okay, so would the 2022 Southwest MLS Board of Directors please stand and be recognized? Thank you, and it's been a pleasure serving with each and every one of you. I would also like to add a special thank you to the outgoing director. I would like to ask her to come up to this stage and receive a small token of our appreciation. Jolynn Niffen. there's any Southwest MLS committee chairs, can you please stand and be recognized? These are chairs. And a very special thank you for each and every one of you, the Southwest MLS committee chairs. We couldn't do what we do without them. We really appreciate, and they have the mission as we have, and dedicated in leadership. We have a small token appreciation for each of the committee chairs. Please stop by the registration table to pick them up, and thank you for your service and dedication. So we are going to go into the voting of the Southwest MLS bylaws changes. And so I would like my committee just to stand for everybody to see, because they put a lot of work into this. It was a lot of work, and thank you so very much. On October 19th of 2022, notice was given to all members of the proposed changes to the Southwest MLS bylaws. The Southwest MLS Board of Directors recognized and approved of these bylaws and amendments. I now recognize Richard Gibbons and Adam to help us explain the process. Richard's going to.
Thank you, Madam President. So as Jeanette said, this process began with the Bylaws Review Task Force comprised of Jeanette, past President Kathy, and the Director Mary Kay Gutierrez. Collectively, they spent about 20 hours in a conference room, just that group, going over these bylaws line by line, talking about the unintended consequences, which is Mary Kay's new middle name, and then, of course, going through the executive committee and the board as well. During the process, they looked at everything that needed to be changed to bring our bylaws in line with the way business is done. What can make our business more nimble, how to keep participants in control, and how to ensure that we align with the mandatory bylaws required by NAR. And then all of these changes were also presented and approved by legal counsel as well. So very long, very involved process, and then they were sent out about 45 days ago or so you guys had an opportunity for questions as well. As we move into the vote, please note that only Southwest MLS participants are eligible to vote. So a participant is also known as a designated realtor, or an easier way to look at it as the lead qualifying broker of an office. So if you are one of those and you did not check in at the front, please run and do that real fast so we can get you your ballot. The bylaws red line with the rationale for each change is available by scanning the QR code on the screen or on your table. Or you can just go to SWMLS.com and click the banner on the main page, and that'll bring you to a page that has all that as well. If you do have any discussion, we're going to have some mics set up in the room here for you on stands, so you can come up and ask any questions that you have along the way. Once discussion is ended, votes should be recorded on the ballot with which participants were provided, and then you would just turn that back in at registration when you are done. Votes will be tabulated and posted on Southwest MLS website and communicated to membership. Madam President, please continue.
Thank you, Richard. Thank you, Richard. Okay. I'm calling the meeting to order. I'm very proud to announce that we passed our bylaws, our new bylaws. So Kent, can you come up? You're up next.
Thank you all, and thank you for enduring another bylaws change. Those are difficult. We spent a lot of time trying to get that process in proper order and in proper fashion. It is always a little scary to get a quorum together for a Southwest MLS bylaws change, and we were successful in having the quorum today, and so it went very smooth. So thank you for enduring that. Will the 2023 Southwest MLS Board of Directors come to the stage as your name is called, to be installed by the 2023 GAR President, Carrie Traub. I am happy to announce the following individuals who will serve Oh, this is you, Carrie. Carrie Truck. Yep. Here you go. Here you go.
Okay. Tigo Venturi, President, Keller Williams Realty. Sherry Fowler, Vice President, Signature Southwest Properties. Jeanette Raver, Past President, Realty One of New Mexico. Kathy Colvin, Treasurer, Vista Encantada Realtors. And me. Now the 2023 SWMLS Directors. Kay Asbill, 24K Real Estate Group. Linda Coy, Realty One of New Mexico. Mary Kay Gutierrez, Caldwell Banker Legacy. Joe Lamastra, Real ABQ. Greg Moody, Moody's Appraisal Service. Mary Romero, Realty One Group Concierge. Sam Sandoval, Keys to New Mexico. Ann Vallejos, Keller Williams Realty. Terry Vasquez Hatcher, Realty One of New Mexico. Everybody up here? It is now my honor and pleasure to perform the installation ceremony. As the elected officials of Southwest MLS Listing Service, you are accepting leadership which is of utmost importance. You, who have been elected this year to serve as leaders of Southwest Multiple Listing Service, have a great responsibility upon you. During the coming year, you will be identified as the official representatives of Southwest MLS by your community and must therefore conduct yourselves accordingly. In accepting this role, you dedicate yourself to work for the welfare of your fellow realtors, your community, your state, and your nation. In the coming year of leadership, you will experience personal satisfaction that comes only through service, cooperation, and an unselfish interest on behalf of others. Will you please raise your right hand? Right. You do solemnly and sincerely promise and swear that you will administer the office to which you have been elected to the best of your ability and judgment, in conformity with the bylaws of the Southwest MLS, that you will observe and enforce the Code of Ethics of the National Association of Realtors, that you will uphold and support the New Mexico Real Estate Commission in its enforcement of New Mexico license law. That you will uphold and support the bylaws, policies, and rules and regulations of Southwest MLS, and that in all your acts be governed by principles of honesty, justice, and fair play, and in every manner possible endeavor to promote and safeguard the best interest of our state, the high purposes of your association, and the welfare of its membership. If you so affirm, please say, "I will." I will. You may lower your hands. By virtue of the authority conferred upon me, I do hereby proclaim each of you to be duly installed into the office to which you have been elected. I'd like to have Jeanette and Tigo join me at the podium. Wait, no, it should be on. No, no, right here. Where am I standing? I need to give you your pen. Congratulations, Tigo. It was an honor to do your board installation, and it is my pleasure, well, I already said that, to present you with your pin.
Okay.
There you go.
Thank you.
Tigo, it has been a pleasure serving with you. Let's not mess up. Tigo, it's been a pleasure serving with you this year, and I'm confident that you are ready to take the leadership role of President of Southwest MLS. Please, second time. Please accept the gavel. Please accept this gavel as a symbol of your position you're assuming and recognize your new role. You have my full support and best wishes for the successful year.
Thank you.
And I'm very excited to give this over to him.
Where are we at? Okay. I want to thank Jeanette for her leadership this year. She's been really, really amazing. You know, when I came into the business, I was at the same brokerage you were at when I started, and I always looked up to you as like this icon in the industry. So it's been really great to serve with you and everybody else, and I'll talk about that in a moment. But we have a memento for you to commemorate you as president. Yeah. Did he get the right one, Jane?
Got her name on it.
Okay.
Thank you.
You know, if you guys don't know who Jane is, she's the glue that holds everything together at GAR, by the way. So. Wow. Look at that. Oh, you get your own. Nice.
Okay, you guys, this is what I'm going to use in the office. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Tigo. It's been an exciting year, and I've enjoyed working with you this year. Last year, I worked, next year, I will work by the side of you as past president. I thank you for everything, making better spreadsheets than anybody else, and I'm excited that next year, and I can't wait to see what we can get done with Southwest MLS. You will lead us into great things in 2022. Thank you again for everything you've done in 2022.
Thank you. Now,
Yeah.
you want to get up?
Is that yours?
Exit.
Yeah.
You have your talk. Yeah.
It's so thank you everybody for wanting me to be your president of Southwest MLS and voting for me. I've really enjoyed it. It was a scary start, but I've grown in so many ways and met so many people and enjoyed their stories. And I think that's one of the things we have to do as realtors is have our story. Because people are interested in what we do and not just them too. So it's just part of being a realtor. So please have your story. Figure out your story. I have my story, and a lot of my story is from this year. It's just amazing, the volunteering. I just concentrated so many years just on my career, and I didn't volunteer. And I think probably 10, 12 years ago I started, and it's the best thing I've ever done. And some people are like, well, how do you get any business done? And I'm like, I did. I had a really good year. It was hard. I didn't sleep a lot, I will say that, and I traveled a lot, but it was great. And just meeting the executive group at GAR, we talk a lot. I've enjoyed that. We solved all the problems of the world. I don't know why they're still messed up, but we tried. But it's been a fantastic year, and thank you so very much. And I'm always there. I'm still past president now. Well, I guess the 1st of January. But thank you, and I'm going to hand it over to Tigo, to your new 2023 Southwest MLS president. Thank you.
I thought I had forgot my phone. I got all of my notes on my phone. So thank you, Jeanette. I mean, like I already thank you, but again, thank you for your leadership this year. I want to thank Kathy Colvin, the amazing Kathy Colvin. If you guys don't know what she has done for us in this industry, she's amazing. So thank you for your support on executive committee. Sherry Fowler on executive committee, I appreciate that. All the board of directors and Mary Kay, our spirited debates. I love them. They're great, right? I mean, that's what we do, and that's the whole idea. Is we agree to disagree, and we hash these things out so that we can come to something that works for everybody, and that's the whole idea. And Damon spoke of that earlier. No, Hubert spoke of that earlier. It's like, yeah, we have to have these disagreements and come together. And then all the committees talk about debating stuff. If you guys ever want to sit in on something fun, go to the SWMLS policy committee and listen to them hash out some of these minutia on some of these things that we're trying to put together. So they do great work. The tech committee, the thankless compliance committee. Thank you guys. I know it's nobody loves compliance, but it's a really important part of our association, or especially on the MLS side. And then of course Richard Gibbons, and as well as McKenna. I see you back there. And Adrian, who are part of the Southwest MLS staff at the association. Again, they have the thankless job of dealing with compliance issues with our MLS, which is critical to the MLS. And I know we don't like those little emails, but they're pretty important to make sure that we have good, accurate, and trustworthy data. My broker, Alice Tozer, thank you for all your support over the years, the amazing Alice Tozer. And then, of course, I want to thank our team at Venturi Group and giving me time to do this. And then, of course, mostly Tracy. She's back there hiding. And thank you, Tracy, for letting me do this and work this second job aside from our real estate business. Actually, it just occurred to me because Linda DeVlieg, Commissioner DeVlieg is here, and Steve Murtha is here. And I thought, these two are the ones that are responsible for getting me involved at the SWMLS. So I think I thank you both for that. I remember Steve calling me up saying, hey, you should come and check this thing out, and we're going to be looking at a new piece of MLS software, and I think you should get engaged in that. So thank you, Steve. I do appreciate that. So, like I said, we have the MLS strategic plan, and I just want to go through this really quick. I know we're close, right? Okay, we'll be quick. The purpose of the MLS, the reason it exists, and this is the line we came up with, was to facilitate and enable accurate, cooperative, comprehensive real estate marketplace. And let's just talk about that real quick. It's like to facilitate and enable an accurate. It's really critical that when you go and look at information about properties in the MLS, that it is accurate. That is why we have compliance. I know we don't like it, but it's important that we can trust the data that's in there. The reason we can trust the data that's in there is because we do have compliance, and we are checking that all the time. Cooperative, I talked about that earlier. We are a co-op. It benefits everybody. Everybody working together benefits everybody. And it's comprehensive, meaning we cover as much information about property and data related to real estate in the entire state. And our goal is to be the go-to source for that comprehensive data about real estate in our marketplace. And then the last word is the real estate marketplace. It's a marketplace, it's a store. It's a place where people can put their product in for sale, and you can go in and see what's for sale and make offers on those products that are for sale in there. So the MLS facilitates that marketplace. And okay, we can't finish without me doing some stats. Think about this: 4,500 independent contractors in our MLS. There's hundreds of different companies. On top of that, hundreds of different business models in those companies. Yet we're all cooperating and working together and working with each other. We facilitated 16,000 transactions in the last year. It's dropping right now. 16,000. And so think about that. It's 32,000 sides or 32,000 buyers and sellers that we've helped solve a problem of either needing a property or needing to get rid of a property, right? Get this number, $5 billion with a B in real estate transacted through our MLS in the last year. And I don't know if you guys, that's a lot, that's a big number, but get this. So NAR does a study every year where they look at how much does a real estate transaction, a home sale, impact on the local economy? How much money does it put into the local economy? And for New Mexico, they estimated it's about $94,000 per home sale. So that means that in the last year, real estate transacted through MLS, through our association, it was impacted, put $1.2 billion into the local economy. So not only do we help people solve their housing problems, we also help support the entire local economy. What we do does matter a lot. So, you know, in the MLS, I'm a little biased, does provide the bedrock for all of that to happen. And just one last thing, we're going to be launching the My MLS campaign this year. My MLS meaning this is our association. I'm going to say this over and over again. We are all in this together. We are a cooperative. And I hear people say, oh, those people down there at the association, they're just doing whatever. It's like, no, you are the association. We are all the association. We need to remind all our peers and our colleagues out there that we're all part of it and we all have a say, and all the meetings can be attended, unless they're a closed meeting, which are very few, can be attended. You can come in anytime and see, as they say, as Paul Wilson once said, you can see how the sausage is made. Right, Paul? Thank you for all you've done over the years, by the way, too. That's all I have. Thank you. Okay. Break time, how long? 10 minutes. 10 minutes. It is 10:33. Okay, now this is not realtor 10 minutes. This is real 10 minutes. Okay? Can we do that? Okay. I adjourn the Southwest MLS meeting.